What do you think about the war between Russia and Ukraine?
I
Why it's
think
happening?
it is actually a hybrid war, I think, which is like it's a regional war, but it actually has a roots, like since the beginning of or at the end of the Soviet Union. So after the Soviet Union, the dissolution of Soviet Union, all countries actually has left the Soviet Union actually. The problem just goes on that route. So it has begun like in 1991 and it's still going on. We actually, when we look at the history, the close history, which is like in 2004, in 2008, in 2012, and like Crimean War, like 2 years ago, 4 years ago. Actually, the conflict between Ukraine and Russia has a very deep root. Russia doesn't actually want to lose Ukraine, I think. According to Russian, actually, I could say the Russian state actually wants a, like free soldier Ukraine, which means they don't want any Ukrainian army, which was supported or which is supported by the US or by the West actually. So they want a Ukraine, but a good ties between Ukraine and Russia. So that's why actually the Ukrainian war has started. I would say since 2000 actually. When we look at the Orange Revolution in Ukraine, it has also the same root because it was actually war, I could say Cold War between Russia and between Russia and United States, because the Orange Revolution in Ukraine in 2004 was supported by actually US. Why? They want a US pro-US government, and Russia actually during that day when we look at the Georgia and the other regional states, actually the Rose Revolution in Georgia all was supported by the United
Yes,
States
yeah.
and the European Union, just because of too weak to actually to give weakness to Russia actually in the bordering countries. So the conflict has begun many years ago and still going on. And I think unless the Ukrainian government give up a westernized mind, it will still going on maybe for 10 years, even though actually the conflict, the tension of the conflict uh, becomes so high. This tension still will going on actually for many years, I think.
Many years. About the war,
Mhm.
do you think it will take so longer?
Yes, as I said, actually, it will take longer, but the tension, actually, we could say,
Tension, yeah.
how much it will rise up or how much it will decrease. Actually,
The
we
warm
can't
war
know.
on the territories, like now the U.S. Army in the Ukraine territories.
No, I don't think so. The United States Army in the Ukrainian territories,
Sorry,
actually,
sorry, Russian army.
yeah,
I'm
the
sorry,
Russian army,
the
yeah.
Russian army in
Yes.
Ukraine territories. So, do you think they will be there?
Yes, they will be there. Actually, they want to be actually because they
Yeah.
want the Ukraine to give up the westernized mind, the Western mind. Actually, they said, okay, if you give up westernizing the Ukrainian country itself, we will not invade you. But the Ukraine was actually relying on NATO a lot, was relying the British government, was relying the United States, but that war actually showed clearly as the Zelensky actually, he actually gave up following all countries' leaders actually on Twitter just because of that, because no one did help him. They say, okay, we are going to send troops, send some weapons, like medical aid, monetary aid, but that's it. The support which was actually weighted by the Ukrainian government was not giving some military support. It was like taking Ukraine as a member of European Union, as a member of NATO, which was a true, umbrella to protect the Ukrainian territories. But NATO couldn't do this, or United States couldn't do this, or the European Union or British government, the United Kingdom couldn't do any of that. So actually Zelensky's expectations were now empty. So he doesn't expect anything from the next, generation of West and next generation of Europe, unfortunately.
What do you think about Turkey? What is the role of Turkey? Because there are some negotiations between Russia and Ukraine,
Yes.
and it's happening in Istanbul.
Yes, Turkey is giving a very true support both countries. Actually, as Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan declared many times, Turkey cannot give up Russia. Turkey cannot give up Ukraine because both countries are very good partnering countries to Turkey. So I don't think so Turkey can take a part. The Western states at the beginning of the war actually supported Turkey or pushed Turkey to take a part. Even Switzerland actually. Switzerland is a partless country, as I said, but they took a part and give sanctions, put sanctions or applied some sanctions on Russia. But Turkey didn't do this, and this is a very good opportunity for Turkey to give a peace to the region. Both countries are relying on Turkey, even Zelensky, even Putin. During that war, actually, I think if there will be a peace between two countries, it will be in Turkey. It will be supports or pushes by Erdogan, actually. So, as President Erdogan, actually, himself and the state mind of Turkey is clearly working actually very good.
How it's happening? Actually, the relations between Turkey and Ukraine, Zelensky and Erdogan, is powerful and good. And also between Russia and Turkey, the Putin and Erdogan
Yes.
is a very nice.
Yeah, it is a very good question. Actually, it is because of the structure of international relations. Actually, in international relations, there is no friendship or brothership. In international relations, there is we could say the profits of the countries, actually benefits of the countries. So if Russia loses Turkey, this is not beneficial for them. And if Ukraine also loses Turkey, it is also beneficial. It is not a beneficial thing, opportunity for them. It is also same for Turkey. Turkey cannot lose Russia because of the energy sources. Turkey cannot lose Ukraine because of the trade agreements. So both countries, Turkey, Russia and Ukraine has a very bilateral agreements on trade, bilateral agreements, energy sources, and to actually establish a regional power, Turkey needs both countries. And to establish from their side, to establish a regional power from Russian side, Russia absolutely needs Turkey. That's why they both the countries, of course, there are some disagreements between them, but they cannot see or they cannot push forward to these disagreements on the table, just because of their relationships and their ties. That's it actually. Both countries, Ukraine and Russia, unless Turkey doesn't give up them, they cannot give up Turkey. So the benefits of the countries of the region, this is actually a necessity to have a relationship between these countries actually. Even actually a Turkey who loses Russia or a Russia who loses Turkey is not a beneficial opportunity thing for a European Union. That's why actually European Union leaders are coming to Turkey to able to talk with Russia.
Okay, today we were